Hi, this is Shay Jackson with Hype Math. In today's video, we will be discussing getting ready for 4th grade math, money, and graphs. This video is over the independent practice questions in the Getting Ready for 4th grade math, money, and graphs workbook. To follow along, there will be links in the description box where you can purchase a digital copy or a hard copy. In the workbook, there is a review section, there's a guided practice section, and also an independent section, an answer key, as well as a reading comprehension bonus story. Okay, so let's get started. This is over the questions for the independent practice questions. The first section we will be going over is counting money. Here is a piggy bank, and it has $2.36 on its belly. Circle the dollars or the bills and coins that equal $2.36. Again, circle the bills and coins that equal $2.36. And you see we have 3 $1 bills, 2 quarters, 1 dime, 1 nickel. If you said to circle 2 $1 bills, 1 quarter, 1 dime, and 1 penny, you are correct. So let's take a look. We have 2 $1 bills, that's equal to $2. We add a quarter, that makes our total $2.25. When we add a dime, our total is now $2.35, and 1 penny, that brings our grand total to $2.36. If you answer correctly, good job. If not, it's okay. That's why we're reviewing, and the guided practice and the review section will help you as well. Next question. Write the total amount in dollars and cents. We have 2 $1 bills, 1 quarter, 1 dime, 1 nickel, 1 penny. How much do we have here? If you said $2.41, you are correct. We have 2 $1 bills, that's equal to $2. 1 quarter, we add 1 quarter, that's $2.25, plus 1 dime, that's $2.35, plus 1 nickel, that's $2.40, and we add the good old penny, that makes our grand total $2.41. Let's move to our next question. Marie has $3 bills, 4 quarters, 8 dimes, and 4 pennies. How much money can she spend? Okay, again, Marie has $3 bills, 4 quarters, 8 dimes, and 4 pennies. How much can she spend? Marie is able to spend $4.84. Let's take a look. So we have $3 bills, that's equal to $3, plus 4 quarters, that equals $1, so our total is now $4. There are 8 dimes, that's 80 cents, that brings our total to $4.80, and then we have 4 pennies. Our grand total is $4.84. This concludes our independent practice section of counting money. Let's move to our next section, which is needs and wants. This is going to be fun. All right, here we go. We are going to circle the correct answers. Which foods are considered needs? And again, The explanation of needs and wants is in our review and guided practice section of the Getting Ready for Fourth Grade Math Money and Graphs workbook. Okay, so our answer choices are bread, water, Takis, corn, beans, Snickers, Coke, eggs, Oreos, apples. So looking at this food selection, circle those foods that are considered needs. Okay, circle those foods that are considered needs. I'll give you a few moments. Let's take a look at our answer choices. Even though I know some students would say, Miss Jackson, Takis are a need. I'm sorry, they're not. They're not. Let's look at our needs. Bread, water, corn, beans, eggs, and apples. These are considered needs. Okay? These are considered needs, not Takis, Snickers, Coke, nor Oreos. Sorry, guys. Let's look at our next question. Brianna is going to college, and below is a list of some of the items she will be taking to her dorm. Which items are wants? Which items do Brianna want to take? Water to drink, gummy bears, fingernail polish, makeup, soap, bed sheets, coffee machine. So looking at these answer choices, circle the answers that are considered wants that Brianna wants to take with her to college. If you said or circled gummy bears, fingernail polish, makeup, and coffee machine, you are right. She does need to take water to drink. She does need soap whenever she takes a shower, and she needs bed sheets in order to put on her beds. But the things that are circles, they're really not needs. She just wants to take them. Okay? That ends our independent practice section of needs and wants. Let's move to our independent practice section about graphs. Use the bar graph to answer the below questions. Okay, so first we need to color the data below on the bar graph. Our graph is favorite fruit, and we have apples, bananas, oranges, and pears, and the number of votes is from 0 to 6. So we see that there are four people who voted for apples, 5 people voted for oranges, 2 people voted for pears, 3 people voted for bananas. So take a moment to color in the based on the data below in the bar graph. All right, so there are 4 people who voted for apples. There are 3 people who voted for bananas, 5 people voted for oranges, and 2 people voted for pears. Using this information, let's move on to answer our questions. Okay, and our questions are as follows. What is the title of the bar graph? How many kinds of fruit are shown in the bar graph? How many votes did apples get? How many votes did bananas get? What is the favorite fruit? How many votes did it have? And lastly, what is the least favorite fruit? Let's look at our answer choices. Okay, so our first question is, what is the title of the bar graph? And it is favorite fruit. Our next question is, how many kinds of fruit are shown in the bar graph? There are 4: apples, bananas, oranges, and pears. Our next question says, how many votes did apples get? And in looking at the bar graph, we see that 4 people voted for apples. For how many votes did bananas get? Our answer is 3. There were 3 people who voted for bananas. What is the favorite fruit? Well, that is oranges, and oranges received 5 votes. Last question, what is the least favorite fruit? However, I'm not sure why, because I love pears and they only received 2 votes. Let's move to our next independent practice question. A local baseball team tracked its home run hits over 7 months. Answer the questions based on the pictograph below. Again, I just wanted to say that information about a pictograph and also the line plot, there's more information in our review and also guided practice section in the Getting Ready for 4th Grade Math workbook, Money and Graphs workbook, okay? Based on the pictograph, our questions are, how many home runs were recorded in the month of May? During which month did this team have the greatest number of home runs, and how many did they have? And lastly, how many more home runs were hit in the month of July than August? Now, looking at our pictograph, take notice that we see a ball. Our key shows that a ball, one baseball, is actually equal to 5 home runs. So in answering the questions, we have to remember that when we see one ball, that really means there were 5 home runs, okay? Take a few moments to answer the questions, and then we will look at our answers. All right, let's look at our questions and the answers. How many home runs were recorded in the month of May? So when we look at the month of May, we see that there are 5 baseballs. And again, we said that each baseball is equal to 5 home runs. So 5 baseballs times 5 home runs means there were 25 home runs in May. Great job, team. Let's look at our next question. During which month did this team have the greatest number of home runs, and how many did they have? So looking at our pictograph, we look to see which month has the most the most baseballs, and that's June. And in counting the baseballs, we see that there are 11. Each baseball is equal to 5 home runs, so 11 baseballs times 5 home runs per baseball means that there were 55 home runs. That's pretty awesome. 55 home runs in June. Last question. How many more home runs were hit in the month of July than August? Okay, so looking at July, we see there are 8 baseballs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baseballs for July. Each baseball equals 5 home runs. So there were 40 home runs in July, and then in August there are 6 baseballs. 6 times 5 is equal to 30, so there were 30 home runs in August, 40 home runs for July, for June, and 30 home runs for August is equal to 10 home runs. This completes the independent practice section of graphs. Again, to follow along, we are having a sale on all of our Getting Ready for 4th Grade reading and math books. The digital copy for you to download is $3.99, and for a hard copy, it's $12.99. This is Shay Jackson with Hype Math. Talk to you soon.